about the future and think about what's next, and you don't want to be behind. But can I be present? Can I be present? The answer is yes, you can. Hello, welcome to my channel, 100 Days with Kaja. Today is day 27 of building our personal constitution. We just talked about our workout routine. We talked about our interaction with substances. Sorry, there's like dust. We talked about our relationship with our body, with food, and our health and wellness section. And before that, we talked about routines. And before that, we talked about our grounding articles. So if you missed those videos, definitely check those out. Today, we'll be going over mindful meditation. Personally, for me, I kind of just got into mindful meditation, like, let's say a couple years ago, but like really in the past year. It's been really hard for me to sit down, be still, and like be present in the moment. It wasn't until I had to go through something like very emotional in my own life where it like forced me to actually seek out mindful meditation. And you really don't want to be in that space where you have to, like, imagine when you're in the bathroom and the toilet's clogged and overflowing and you don't have a plunger. That's what it felt like. Like, I'm scrambling, but the only way I can get a plunger is if I go to the store and I come back. By the time I come back, my whole bathroom is flooded and there's shit on the floor. That's what it felt like. You want to already have your plunger. So if it gets clogged up, your emotions, right, you're able to fix it. That's the space we want to be in. As I mentioned in my other videos, because I'm like, advertising a little bit, I have 2 other YouTube channels. A Firmly Active Affirmation, where there's EFT tapping, where there's affirmations, where there's guided, I want to say guided yoga, but it's more like yoga with affirmations included on it or in it. And there's also my other channel, A Firmly Sounds, which are soundscapes, brown noise, white noise, TV static, rain sounds, waterfall, like fire crackling, and so much more to come. I'm still like thinking about it and creating them, so it's super fun. So definitely check those channels out. That will definitely guide you towards mindful meditation, if maybe affirmations and just like soothing sounds is like a gateway for you, or like easier for you to like get used to and not feel like so out of the box. Definitely check that out. In my experience, in my fairly recent experience, being present it's the way to go. And you don't realize how you're not present until you are constantly thinking about tomorrow. You're thinking about yesterday. You're thinking about the next task. You're thinking about dinner. You're thinking about breakfast. You're thinking about your friend's birthday that's not in 2 months. Like, you're always thinking about everything else that's not happening now, right? So when I am doing yoga, right, stretching, whatever, I'm thinking about homework. I'm thinking about an email. I'm thinking about whatever. And I'm like, stop. I literally tell myself to stop, and I imagine myself breathing in my oxygen, holding it in my nose, and then letting it like go around my eyes, go up, go down, and when it finally reaches my mouth, I breathe out. Like, I visualize it, and it helps me stay in the moment. Now, if you're someone that like can't sit still, I am the same way, and that's why I have a Firmly Active Affirmation, my other channel, because I want to include affirmations with movement. Sometimes it's easier to be present in the moment when you're focused on doing something, right? So imagine if you're in a classroom and you're doing work, right? The hour goes by quicker rather than you having to sit there and watch the clock. It's the same hour, but it feels quicker when you actually have something to do. So for me, when I quote unquote meditate, I go for a walk, I stretch, I do yoga, and in that moment, I tell myself why I'm wonderful, why I'm beautiful, why I'm smart, and I reassure myself. And of course, it changes for what's happening in my life at that moment. Some days I need something about career. Some days I need about like friends and family, or love, or abundance and wealth and all that stuff. Like, I just talk about what's in the moment, and I talk myself through it. I say like why I'm feeling that way, and then I list reasons why it's not true. And one of the ways that one of the things I love to complement this with, and I talk about this all the time, is EFT tapping. So EFT tapping is when you, I need it, when you tap your body and it helps you release emotions. Now, I typically tap on my chest because that's where I hold a lot of my emotions. I figured out like that's where it is, or a lot of times like a little bit my throat. Or around my eyes. There's different EFT tapping points throughout your body. You have to find where it is for you. But pretty much, close my eyes, I tap. Again, I talk about what's happening now. Like, I'm a little stressed because blah, blah, blah. And this happened and this happened. And the reason I shouldn't worry is because blah, blah, blah. Like, I talk through it. And sometimes I get so choked up, I start crying because I'm self-soothing myself. This is a form of physical touch. again, I made this example in my other videos. Babies, when babies cry, you literally need to like tap their back and rock them because it soothes them. We are emotionally regulating babies by tapping on their back, tapping on their stomach, rocking them, right? And they cry a lot more like wah, 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 because it's literally getting it out their system. And what do they do afterward? They knock out. They're asleep. They're done crying. We are the same way. We are no different from a newborn. We need emotional regulation. And emotional regulation doesn't look like putting yourself in the corner and telling yourself to shut up and stop crying and to stick through it and do it because you're an adult. It doesn't look like that. Emotional regulation is saying, hey, I see you, I feel you, I'm going to acknowledge how you're feeling at this moment. Of course, your environment, you know, so if you need to take it to the bathroom, take it to the bathroom. And I'm going to acknowledge you and love you and show you compassion. And EFT tapping, literally like a little baby crying, and you feel better. It has helped me tremendously, and it's actually helped me stay present in the moment, because there are times where I'm talking myself through it, I'm crying, I'm emotional, I'm everywhere, oh my god, and at some point I just stop and I'm tapping away and I'm breathing, and my mind is blank. And that was how I was able to tap into mindful meditation, just sitting and like doing that. I just couldn't do it. I needed to add movement. I needed to add touch and sound and engage with my body, because I just felt so out of my body, and to stay still in it was insane. Like an object in motion stays in motion, right? If you are constantly running, you need to slow yourself down through stretching, through EFT tapping, right? So that way you can kind of slowly get into just being still. And that has helped me so much. I wish more people talked about it. Maybe they did, and I'm just not keen to it. But pretty much the affirmations with your yoga, the EFT tapping while you're talking to yourself, going on a walk when you're like all anxious and all over the place and worried, helps slow you down so you're able to be still and silent and breathing and focusing on your breathing. It's hard. It is hard. It's so hard. It shouldn't be this hard, but it is. And it's because we have been trained not to be aware and to be connected with our bodies and our environment. We're always told to think about the future and think about what's next, and you don't want to be behind. But can I be present? Can I be present? The answer is yes, you can. Yes, you absolutely fucking can. And you want to grant yourself that privilege of being able to be present with your body. It takes time. Everyone has different traumas that they have to go through, and maybe being connected with your body hurts you even more, but that's something you have to be willing to work through. So in your personal consultation, I definitely want you to write down ways you will incorporate mindful meditation into your day. For me, when I'm stressed, I go on a walk. I like say positive affirmations for myself. Sometimes I like listen to my own affirmations from my YouTube channel, Firmly Active Affirmations. Sometimes I listen to other people. Sometimes I make my own, whatever I'm feeling in that moment and whatever I need. Right? Being in nature and fresh air like helps me. I do that randomly throughout the day. I just get up and go. Like if I'm working from home, if I'm relaxing at home, if I'm at work and I know like I have a break, like I just maybe just walk outside for a second and walk back in. You know, it's literally not gonna hurt anybody. Another way is EFT tapping. Of course, I do my chest. You can do it around your eyes. Some people like their wrist. Some people like their thighs. I know for women, especially for us, we hold a lot of trauma and anxiety and just really negative emotions in our hips. So sometimes I think our hips are an EFT tapping point. I could be wrong. There's this one yoga move that I like to do that really helps with releasing that kind of trauma from your hips, but I can't really like show you guys that right now. Maybe another video. First of all, definitely go to my YouTube channel, Firmly Active Affirmations, because I'm pretty sure I have a video. Whatever. No time for that. So we have walking, we have EFT tapping, we have positive affirmations, we have yoga, we have some people like to work out, and maybe you listen to something very encouraging. You need to just do something that like feeds good words and good energy into you, so you will be able to do the mindful meditation. Also, what time of the day are you more likely to do that? In the morning, in the evening? Like, what are your needs? I typically love to do my morning yoga. I do it every day. And most nights I do my like a nighttime yoga. Not always. I'm trying to be better at it, but I recognize that, okay, if anything, I do it in the morning. So figure out like what that may look like for you. Maybe it's in the middle of the day. If you are primarily at the office, what are ways you can be mindful in the office? Sometimes I take a step back, or not take a step back, like I roll my chair back. I just breathe, right? I'll do like a twist. I'll roll my wrist, because then if you're on the computer, like you're holding a lot of tension. You want to make sure you're relaxed. You roll your ankles. You get up and go get water. Find like 2 minutes to center yourself. Because if you can get on your phone for TikTok for 5-10 minutes when you don't have any work, you can literally stop for a second and be mindful with your body. Because why not? Don't you love yourself? Of course, if you have kids, if you have like a super busy life, like what are ways that you can include your kids in it, right? Like maybe before nap time, you're like, okay, kiddos, like it's time to be present. And like, say if you're present, then on Sundays we can get like pizza or something. You want to, being able to train your kids to be mindful with their own bodies will like force you more to do it yourself, because you're like, you know what, I want my kids to have something that like I didn't have, or like I'm still learning. So that way when they're your age, they are very in tune with their emotions and their bodies and whatnot. And it kind of holds you accountable too, because then once kids get in the rhythm of it, they're like, oh my God, we forgot to do this. And you're like, oh, I don't want to, but okay, you brought it up. So of course, work around your life and your needs and the people that you have, and the things that you're striving towards. Another thing is, let's say you are a truck driver, right? Like you're not in a space where you can just get up from your desk and like stretch, like you're there for a really long time. Is there a way you can like speak good into yourself? Is there a way to like stretch your neck? If you're at a light, like are you able to park it and then like quickly roll your wrists and your ankles and to be present with your body? Is there a way for you to I guess once you're getting out the truck, to like have a full on stretch, so you're not just like getting out, getting gas, and then on the road again? And I don't know what that looks like if you have to get on the road quickly, but you have to care about your own body. You can't care about your job more than your own mental and spiritual and physical health. You have to incorporate it in many ways. Even if it's 1 minute, it is better than never ever doing it, because then after 1 minute you realize like, oh snap, it's been 5 minutes. Oh, okay, I guess I can do this for 5 minutes. And then you start doing for 5 minutes. You're like, oh my God, it's been 10 minutes. Like 10 minutes go by super quick, and I'm not running late. I'm not behind on anything. Everything is still on schedule. Everything's still working out. Okay, that means I can now do 10 minutes of stretching, 10 minutes of mindful meditation, 10 minutes of affirmations, and everything's afloat. I'm okay. Nothing is burning and falling apart. And you just need to slowly build that up. You don't want to just get straight into like and say every single day I'm going to do 30 minutes of mindful meditation. No, you're not. No, you're not. Don't lie to yourself. Start with 1 minute and build up. There's no way you can just jump into it and do 30 minutes, especially twice a day. So putting your personal constitution, many ways you can put it in, how many times you want to do it, how you'll build it up, why it's important to you. You definitely want to start with why mindful meditation is important to you. This is something personal. For me, I would say mindful meditation is important to me because, again, with the plunger analogy, I don't ever want to be in a space where I feel like I actually absolutely have to, or I'm going to combust and explode. I want to build a practice to where when something goes wrong or doesn't go my way or something stressful, that I have the tools to bring myself down and to relax and to trust and to be present and to still be grateful for what I have and still look forward and like be able to problem solve, right? I do not want to be in such an emotional turmoil. Again, we never know what life is going to throw at us, but I know for one thing, I know what I'll throw at life. I do, and that's my EFT tapping. That's my positive affirmations. That's my midday walks, morning walks, or evening walks, whatever is appropriate for that day, right? You want to have the tools to tackle whatever life throws at you, even if it's not all the tools that you need, at least it's something, okay? Foundational. We need something foundational, and you can always like add on to that. Okay, that is all I have for today. Again, definitely follow my channel, Affirmly Active Affirmations, EFT Tap. It has EFT tapping, walking, positive affirmations, and yoga with affirmations. And then Affirmly sounds. We have brown noise, white noise, rain sounds, waterfall sounds, TV static, fire crackling, and I think some other things that I'm still working on, some other stuff to help you like study, to help you sleep, and to help you meditate. Because sometimes I like to hear like sounds while I'm centering myself. So if you're like me, definitely follow those channels. If you're not, subscribe anyway. Anyway, I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.